07 Commanders, good evening, good morning, good day, wherever you are. Great to see you. Jalfreezy, are you here? I can see someone watching. If you've just dropped in, thank you so much. If you're new here, welcome. This is a stream where I play... What do I play? Distant Worlds 3 on Elite Dangerous Odyssey. There you go, on PC. So welcome, good to see you. Hopefully the audio's alright. It might be doing some weird stuff, I'm not quite sure. I might need to fiddle with the audio a little bit. I've just noticed some wrong music playing and stuff like that. There we go. So yeah, great to see you. So bit of a catch up. On screen at the moment is my arrival at Waypoint 9 on Distant Worlds. That was a nice journey, quite relaxed. I did it over 3 evenings, quite chilled. Probably did about 2 hours flying each evening. Did lots of exploration, and what you're seeing on screen is me flogging all my exploration data, which was really nice. 07 Jalfreezy, good to see you. Nice to have you back. Thank you so much for coming again. I don't know why you put yourself through it though. You're a nutter, but the best possible kind of nutter. Yeah, so I got to sell a load of data, exploration data. I can't remember how much I made. It was 300-400 million, something like that, in credits, in-game credits. But a bunch of first discoveries, lots of first discoveries, which is really nice because I've become a first discovery snob. I just want to find stuff, which is really, really good. Didn't find any Earth-like worlds, only found like one water world. It was a bit... I found a lot of icy bodies, as usual. But that was the journey. I've also got a little bit of footage to show you in a second, which is the Astrometrics Distant Worlds 3 progress video, which I downloaded ready for tonight's stream, just to show people kind of what's been going on in terms of the exploration in the galaxy. Jalfreezy, I've got to ask, how is the colonization build going? Because I think you were trucking a load of gear across the galaxy to build your colony. I'd love to know how that's going. I might be able to pop in, weirdly. Pop into the orbit of the galaxy for reasons that I will explain now, really. So here's the astrometrics map. So this is showing Distant Worlds 3 progress. So you can see it flying all the way up to Beagle Point, furthest point from Sol, and then down to waypoint 8. And then this is the bit out to waypoint 9. And then there's a line as lots of people come back to the bubble. Why would they come back to the bubble? Well, here we go. Good old FDev. There we go. We'll go live. So that's my live screen. Why would we go back to the bubble? Well, good old FDev and the Distant Worlds lot. Not Distant Worlds lot, sorry. FDev and all that. They decided to put a community goal in the bubble concerning the radicoida, if I've said that right. I don't know whether I've said that right. But these here plants here, these radicoida things here, these are the radicoida plants. I'm not on analog to go up and down and tilt, unfortunately. So they've put a community goal to come and collect some, they call them seeds, but I've got to be honest, they look like Easter eggs. I think everyone else has been calling them Easter eggs. Whoops, that's the wrong way to do the camera, isn't it? Yes. So that meant travelling a long way back from Distant Worlds 3. I will show you on the good old galaxy map. So yeah, so that I noticed that community goal was live probably Thursday night. And then made the decision to leg it back to the bubble. So that meant travelling from all the way over there. Nope, not very good at camera controls, am I? All the way over here. See, my ships are parked there. There's another story. So I travelled back from there all the way over the galaxy to there. Now that's 54,000 light years. So that was fun. Jalfreezy, you got another carrier this week. Wow, does that help with colonization? I guess it does, because you can ship vast quantities of stuff. But there's a cost to the carriers, isn't there? Don't you have to pay like upkeep and stuff? It's like having a mortgage. I can't think of anything worse than having an in-game mortgage. I'm avoiding carriers. But I would imagine for building colonization, can't even say that, it would really help. So yeah, cool. So that was 54,000 light years from all the way over there to all the way over there. Just to recap on that astrometrics map, we left the bubble, we headed over here. This is Colonia over here. Then we went kind of up here somewhere around here. Then we went all the way out to Beagle Point, which is here, and Salome's Reach. I think that's somewhere out here. Then we came back towards this kind of way. I think that was about that's about waypoint 8. I think was around about there. Waypoint 7 was around about here. That's waypoint 9, which is actually quite a cool part of the galaxy. There's quite a lot to explore there. Very, very unexplored region, which is really cool. And then I zipped all the way back there. And if you look carefully on the astrometrics thing, if I play that astrometrics thing again, you'll see some lines come down from that top right hand corner back to the bubble. There'll be a load of lines, and that's everyone legging it back for the community goal, I think. Why would they do such a thing? Why would you travel 54,000 light years back to the community goal? Wow. The prize on offer is too good to miss up. Miss up? That's not even a word, is it? Too good to pass up. I think you can see the community goal here, yeah. So, Radicoida Unica Seed Pod Recovery Initiative. Oh my gosh, it's already at tier 7. I'm about to drop out of the top 75%. That's bad news. I need to get back to and cash some stuff in. So collect seed pods from Radicoida unica within HIP 87621 and deliver them to the research contact at Exogene Sciences. So that's what I'm doing. I've done 90 units so far. And I'm probably going to drop out of the top 75%. I want to be in the top 75% because if you're in the top 100, you get a Maverick Rescuer Teal suit pack, so just a skin colour. Credits depending on success of the tier achieved and individual contribution level. Pilots in the top 75%, and this is why it was worth the journey back. Pilots in the top 75% and above of contributions will receive a grade 5 Maverick suit with improved damage resistance, battery capacity, backpack capacity and ammo capacity. The campaign begins on the 2nd of April and is expected to run for 2 weeks. To be eligible for rewards, pilots must first register in the Exogene Sciences starport at HIP 87621. Before collecting seed pod samples. So there you go. So it was worth it because that's a grade 5 engineered suit and that's a nice thing to have. So I've been doing it. You can log out and log back in to get them to respawn. I've found this. I tried it on another planet which was in sunlight and it killed me like 3 times. I just died and died and died. So that wasn't particularly fun, if I'm honest. What else happened? Oh, I managed to lose my SRV and then got blown up because it was outside in the nasty weather because it's really hot on this planet. So that happened about 3 times. So I died about 3 times, as you do. So that was good. Then I found this planet. I'm not quite sure where I am actually. Where am I? Does it tell me? Yeah. 2BA. So HIP 87621 2BA. And this biological site is, I think it's tide locked, so it's at night, which is genius because it means that it's not hot outside. So there's no time limit, whereas before I was getting deaded quite a lot. Which wasn't fun. And this is my new system for doing this. It's not difficult to collect these seed pods, honestly. It's fairly straightforward. It's an on-foot thing. That has to be said, I suppose. But it's not difficult. It involves quite a bit of jumping. You jump about a bit. I might have a problem with frame rate. I might have to adjust graphics settings. I've been messing with the graphics settings a little bit. Just to see. So yeah, that pod there is one that will give you the seed pods, and all you got to do is shoot it. But they go everywhere. I have found if you shoot down on it, so if I shoot it like, that was bad. Bit of a frame rate issue, I think. Oh god, yeah, I got a frame rate issue here. There we go. If you shoot down on it, they tend to not fly quite as far, and they just vanish. See, that's dropped down there, look. So you spend most of your time losing them, quite frankly. I wonder if there's anything I can do to change the graphics. Got a bit of a frame rate issue. It's a bit jerky. I have been messing around with the graphics, and I might have messed it up, quite frankly. I was fiddling. It's got really bad aliasing on my system, and I don't know whether that's just because of me. But I tried messing with some of this stuff, so I'll see if I put that back to there. Does that help? So if anyone's got any tips on graphics settings on Elite Dangerous, greatly appreciated. Oh, that's much better. That's smoother. There we go. Does it still look pretty? Yeah, it's not ugly, is it? Yeah. So the seed pods, when you blow them up, they just go everywhere. they just vanish. Which is all right. I have tried shooting them from the SRV. It's doable. You can do that, but then they seem to just disappear. Like they'll just, if I shoot them, they just vanish because they fly. It's a low gravity world. Because it's a low gravity world, everything just Newtonian physics, everything just bounces and vanishes and goes a long way. So there we go. The only thing that's really annoying about this is every time you get in and out of your truck, your flashlight turns off, which is it's a bit of a pain. Some of them only seem to give you one, like that one. Most of them, or some of them give you three. You can just run around, but only if you're not having a problem with temperature. Like I say, the game, it was time limited to how long you could stay out, but I think because this is at night time, it's kind of been okay. I'll make it to that platform. Nice. Woo! Sometimes you can catch them in the air. Mostly you can't. Mostly they just drop down somewhere and then you chase after them. And then they roll off the edge. There we go. So it's quite chilled out gameplay. I think it's quite chilled out. I've kind of enjoyed it. It's just a thing. But 54,000 light years killed me. Got to be honest. 54,000 light years felt like torture. So my other problem now is, of course, when this community goal is over, I've got to get back to Distant Worlds. So it took me all day on Friday to jump back after just getting to waypoint 9, really. Oh, did I get that one? I did. Yeah, so it took me all day Friday to jump back to the bubble. Yeah, it didn't have to take that long, I don't think. If I'd have gone in my Caspian, I think life would have been a bit better. But unfortunately, the circumstances weren't great. So the Caspian was on Distant Suns, on the fleet carrier for Distant Worlds, or one of the fleet carriers. There's three. So there's Odyssey, Fimbleful, oh no, it's four. Pillar of Crista, and Distant Suns. So my ships are all on Distant Suns, as they have been throughout, really. And Distant Suns was the forward control kind of bit. Oh, let's put the night vision on. The forward control thing for the science mission. And I have been doing the science mission, but that meant it wasn't at waypoint 9. It was quite a long way away in Maya Somnia, I think that's how you pronounce it, Marie Somnia, something like that, which meant I would have had to jump back to the carrier to get the Caspian, to then jump back to the bubble. And at the time I probably didn't think it through properly and decided not to do that, but just to go straight for the bubble in the Mandalay, which is cool. I like the Mandalay, but the Mandalay can get a neutron star jump of around about 240, or my Mandalay, I should say, not all Mandalays, but my Mandalay can get a neutron star jump of about 200. See, they just vanish. Look, it's gone down there. 240 light years, which is good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not moaning. Back in the day, that was unheard of. But apparently, a Caspian can get between 300 and 500 light years. So the Caspian probably would have been faster to do it with. But I just couldn't do that because it was on Distant Worlds. It was on the Distant Suns fleet carrier. So I did it in the Mandalay. There was a bit of messing around as well. I did struggle a bit with. I used Spanch. So for those of you that have done some exploration, Spanch allows you to plot massive distances, whereas the Galaxy plotter in game really struggles with that. It kind of doesn't work very well to do massive distances. And the other thing you can do with Spanch is you can plot using neutron stars. So you can use what they call the neutron highway. And it's pretty good. It is pretty good. But for whatever reason, when I started doing it, I'd messed it up. It dumped me 650 light years away from anything. So I got stuck right at the start of trying to jump back to the bubble. And I really got stuck. I didn't have to synthesize jump fuel, but the map just wasn't working. The Galaxy map, the plotter, I really, really got stuck. So I had to manually plot my way out of that, which took me about an hour, which I probably, if I'd have been cleverer, wouldn't have had to do. But as I've said before on the stream, I have 3 brain cells, so sometimes it's just a bit much. I have discovered a trick, a tip for this, right? So I blasted one of these and then it yeeted me like miles away. So what I do now is I stand, if I'm on the same pad as it, sometimes I'll stand with my back to one of these, right? So when you blast it, it doesn't like blow you away. Newtonian physics, but I don't understand Newtonian physics because it's a laser. So why would that send me the opposite direction? Lasers are light, right? See that? Oh, there it is. The biggest problem with this is trying to find them after you've shot them. They're a bit all over the place. Yeah, so it's been quite pleasant to be able to do this at night because it hasn't been killing me for being out too long. Whereas when you do it in the daytime, it was killing me. I died 3 times, which on top of the 54,000 light year trip back was a little bit annoying. I'm not going to lie. 54,000 light years. I had invited a guest on tonight, by the way, but I'm hoping he's all right because I think something's happened to him. He's not here. It was fantastic to have Razafrag on last week. I was so excited about that stream and that episode. I was so excited to have El Blub and Brother Sabathius on. The guests that I've had have been absolutely amazing. And in other news, I will have another guest, or possibly even 2 or 3 guests on the 25th of April. Now, I don't want to tell you who they are because I don't want to curse it, but I'm very, very, very excited. They are kind of heroes of mine. In a way, in Elite. They're elite heroes for me. So I can't wait for that. That's going to be really... See, that one's just legged it. It's yeeted itself off, and there's another one on the other side. So I'll probably not be able to find those. There we go. They just go everywhere, look. And then you end up with an Easter egg hunt. I think it's a really nice... It is a really nice Easter kind of theme, this. I know they're supposed to be seed pods. I get that, but really, that's an egg, innit? So what ends up happening is you blast them, and then you end up doing your own Easter egg hunt because they just fly everywhere. You can't find them. See, I've lost the other 2 to win. Oh, there's one. Yeah. So it's quite an interesting community goal, this one. I'm gonna play this until I fill up this lot. Get rid of all these ones, this instance. I have done this 2 or 3 times without docking, so I should have quite a few to cash in, I think. I definitely want to be in the 150 to 200 region because I think people are really going for this community goal. It seems to be very popular. I have found something out, though, it's really useful, which is if you go back into your SRV, you've got the ability to target the seed pods, which is really actually quite helpful. So I don't know whether other people do that. Sometimes you can also find the ones you've shot on the ground, like they'll turn up on the list, and sometimes they won't. So there you go. 3 people watching. Thank you very much, Commanders. Welcome. I'm not used to this level of this level of interactivity. Feel free to drop into the chat. That'd be nice. And obviously, if you're watching in the future times, please consider dropping a like if you do like it. If you hate it, drop a thumbs down. That's fine. I'm all good with that. Bit of constructive criticism. Oh, that's not the right weapon, is it? So the way this stream normally works, if you're new, Joe Fraser will tell you, is it's usually witness my incompetence. That's kind of the... you see, almost got them. Yeah, it's usually witness my incompetence playing Elite Dangerous. Seems to definitely, they definitely go less distance when you shoot down on them. Like they don't quite yeet themselves quite as far. So one fell off then, didn't it? Oh, it's only there. Nice. That was good. That was a good haul. But like everything in Elite Dangerous, it always feels a little bit repetitive. It's pretty though, isn't it? Pretty, look at that. Pretty, isn't it? It is pretty. So there you go. All good fun. Oh no, see, they've gone miles. It's weird. Sometimes they'll go no distance at all. Other times they just plummet to their doom. But like everything in Elite, you want to do it as fast as you possibly can, just because it's frustrating, isn't it? Like, taking your time. But what was happening before, this was in daytime, and it was really hot on this planet, or these planets. And I just kept dying. I'm using the Artemis suit. You could use a Maverick suit. Why the Artemis suit? Well, it's got a better jump capacity, is that the right word? It jumps further longer, maybe, which is quite helpful. Yeah, so targeting these is quite helpful. It's easier to find them, I think, targeting them in the buggy. So there's one very close to me. You can kind of like lay them out. You kind of know where you're going. There should be one. You have to be in the right place to see them, that's all. There it is. And you can shoot them with the turret, I found. So you can target them and shoot them with the turret, if you can target them. But you don't always get the yield from them. That one's alright. That kind of... I think they're up there, aren't they? So yeah, the journey back though, the 54,000 light years was quite punishing. I got to be honest, I didn't particularly enjoy it. I didn't explore, so I went through obviously quite a lot of systems. I think it was about, well, Spanch said it was 253 jumps, but I think it was more because on Spanch sometimes it'll give you some. It'll only give you the main route, and there's some stars in between, so it kind of puts extra jumps in. Certainly towards the end, it was like 3 or 4 jumps for every line of text, if that kind of makes sense. ED Copilot was amazing. If you haven't used ED Copilot for a big journey, I strongly advise you to do it, because it makes life livable. Livable? Is that a word? It makes it easy compared to trying to do it manually by cutting and pasting things off Spanch. It really was a godsend. So again, thanks to Razafrag and his wonderful, wonderful app. I'm hoping that Razafrag will come back and do some more on the live stream. He seemed quite keen, but I know he's a really busy man, so I feel kind of guilty saying come back on the live stream, but I would love to see him back on the live. We had such good fun. And he suggested we get up to antics. Now I think some of those antics might be either racing or post Distant Worlds 3 back in the bubble, but I'm definitely up for some antics. Although when a Canadian asks you to get up, oh, he's not Canadian, he's English, but he lives in Canada. When they ask you to get up to antics, that could get a bit messy quickly. I reckon. It's like drinking with Eastern Europeans. It's not a good idea. Any more around there? See, I can't see any more around there. So this is a moment where jumping into the buggy, it will target, like you can see them. So I think I'll jump back to the buggy unless I spot one on the way. Oh, there's one. No, gonna die. Oh, that took damage. Oh. Need to really conserve the jet fuel and then forget. So yeah, the journey back. Not sure how I feel about it. I think before Distant Worlds, I never would have done something like that. I don't think I ever would have attempted to do that. You know, let's do the top one first. Before Distant Worlds, I don't think I had the confidence to travel that kind of distance. So if nothing else, oh look at them, they've gone miles, haven't they? Typical. Distant Worlds has given me the confidence to do a big journey like that and not really even think about it. It's the first time on Distant Worlds that I've had to use the AFMU, the Auto Field Maintenance Unit, I I think that's what it's called. I actually had to use that. So you lose more than you collect, I reckon. So I've lost one there. There was 3 came off that, and I've lost one of them. And then they didn't go very far at all. It's strange. Yeah, before Distant Worlds, I don't think I would have had the confidence to do that kind of mileage. Distant Worlds really has changed my outlook on Elite, the Galaxy. Before Distant Worlds, I was always quite nervous. Not nervous, but I just didn't want to put myself out there and travel that kind of distance. Whereas now, I kind of looked at that jumping back to the bubble and thought, nah, it'll be all right. See that one yeeted? Catch it? Oh, thought it was going to yeet miles away, but it didn't. So I could keep going, jumping from thing to thing, but I like to do it a bit systematic. I need to get back to the SRV and target them, because I prefer to do it that way. I know where things are then. So you just clear a little area, hop back in the SRV, and then it's all good. Seems to be the way it works best for me. You can do it however you like, I guess. Of course you can. That's the beautiful thing with Elite, isn't it? You can literally do whatever you like. So I'm going to go... So I just like to have a bit of a system. I think it's the ADHD, because I'm not a very organised person. I'm a bit chaotic. So, because of the ADHD. So over my years of existence, I've taught myself to be less chaotic by having a bit of a routine. So I quite like routine now. Whereas when I was younger, I hated routine. Couldn't stand it. Come back. Yeah. So a bit of routine just helps me keep track of, where I'm at with the Unica Seed pods, which is what these apparently are called, I think. Because it gets it's really easy to get kind of turned around. Is that what I want to say? You can get turned around and then lose your bearings really, really quickly. It's really tempting just to jump. Like I could jump up there and I could do those. Would I still be able to see the SRV? Yeah, I can. But it's getting quite a long way away, isn't it? So it's easier, to be honest, sometimes just to nip back into the SRV, target the next kind of seed pods, drive around a little bit, and then do it that way. That's obviously not the way it was designed to be done. Having looked at other people's videos of how they're doing it, nobody else is doing it that way really. But it seemed like logical for me and my 3 brain cells. It's probably a bit slower because of that. Like I'm sure you could do it faster if you just leg it around the place. That's weird. I thought it said it was there. I thought I saw it as well. Oh, there it is. It was there. Yeah. So it's quite relaxing. It is like an Easter egg hunt because you blast them and then they naff off. Sometimes you catch them before they drop. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes it gives you 3. Sometimes it gives you 1. The first time I dropped here, it gave me 3 on every pod. And then since I've logged out and logged back in, it seems to be a bit of a mix. So I don't know whether it's supposed to give 3 or 1 or 2 or none. I don't know. Ooh. And that confuses you as well because there's some debris that flies off them, and sometimes you think they're the seed pods, but it's not. It's just debris. Used to know a girl called Debris. You have come out of my shell. Exactly, Jalfreezy. We're doing that now, are we? We're doing that, are we? We're making yolks. Oh dear. Of course, if you're new to this stream and you're dropping in for the first time, you'll think, what on earth are these 2 idiots talking about? Yeah, dad jokes, space dad jokes. No! Yes! I thought it had gone. Is there any more up here? Or was that the only one? Quick yeet it up here. That's a kid. That's a young person's word, isn't it? Yeet. And I'm not a young person. Oh, I did that thing that I do sometimes where I fall off things. Oh, I've really messed up now because I've run out of. Yeah, that's the modern parlance of the street ute. I'm not allowed to say modern parlance of the street ute things, I would imagine. Like the street ute will get upset. No, there isn't another one up here. Right, where's the SRV? So that's there. So this is, see, you can't spot them that easily. So jumping back in the SRV, you can then use the radar of the SRV to spot where they are, just like collecting any other materials really. Which is very useful. Of course the night vision turns off every time you do it, which is annoying. Do I need it? No, I don't need it. Yeah, I've been having my controller's been playing up again. The FlyDigi Apex is great and I love it, but it has got that one fault that I mentioned on the other stream. It's got this little weird retainer spring thing. It's plastic. It's a plastic flexor, I think would be the correct word for it. And it broke. And it's in there, and it's for the paddles, the little paddles on the back. Now I use the paddles all the time. It's the whole point of buying the controller. I love the paddles because I wanted my 6 degrees of freedom. Is that right? For space flying. Without that, it's kind of not really what I wanted. So I fixed it, and I fixed it by making a part, which was really, I was quite impressed with myself, really. I got a screw, and I cut the screw down in length. So it's kind of the right length using a Dremel. Ooh. Oh. It's going to go badly, isn't it? Why can't I get up there? What I've got to do to get up there? Cut the screw down using a Dremel. And then popped it in the hole. And so on the back of there is a micro switch. So there's a micro switch, then a hole, and then this plastic, you can see, but there's like a plastic paddle there. It's probably very grubby, this. I won't clean it. And it sits like a bit like a top hat under the hole, and that was the plan. And it does work, but the diameter of the screw was a little bit narrow. I need to find a bit of a bigger one and try it again, because it keeps slipping up inside. If you press the micro switch too hard, it slips up inside, and then you can't, you have to use a knife to kind of get it back out. That's not a knife, this is a knife. So that's been a bit annoying, and of course when it does go wrong, it it could cause me to blow up, because it's what I use for accelerate. It's what I use for throttle up. So if it sticks, you suddenly find yourself travelling at stupid velocity towards a space station, another ship, a wall, anything really. I think I've dropped one down there, but sometimes they don't last forever on the floor. They seem to die, which again is a bit annoying, but it's the mechanic of the game, I guess. So sometimes when they fly off, they land on the floor. By the time you get down there, they've gone. But it's not worth, like, sometimes just not worth chasing them, if that makes sense. Where'd that go? See, that one probably just, oh, I think I saw it. They go a really long way. So I know it fell down here somewhere, look, and trying to find it. Oh, there you go. That's quite rare. Don't normally find them. Oh, something went down over there. Was that another one? Sometimes it's just the debris off the kind of shell thing. Thought I saw one come down over here, but nah. So the other thing that I've noticed, oh, there's one. The other thing I've noticed with the SRV is sometimes when you're driving around, it'll, if you use the contacts menu, it'll spot the seed pods that are lying on the floor that you can't see. So that is the other reason for doing the SRV. Good old SRVs. Gotta love them, haven't you? Gotta love the SRVs. So it takes quite a bit of time, doesn't it? So I'm just... Yeah, so if I check there, nothing on the floor, but you have to be within range of it as well. I don't understand why that targets... It should target the next one up, shouldn't it? That's not necessarily the next one up. Closest one, because there's one closer than that. So that one's a candidate for the SRV gun. Didn't see one come off then. I think one's... Definitely one there. Oh, it's two. Yeah, it did come off. There you go. So it's quite handy just to be able to blast them with the thing. It saves you a load of time, I think. But it doesn't seem to give you the yield. Like you just get one if you blast it with the SRV. Whereas it seems to be if you stood on the same lily pad or radical or Unica pad and you blast them with the gun thing, like your pistol thing, you seem to get 2 or 3. So it's probably better to hop up, jump up and do it. Thought there was one up here somewhere. There's one up there. Any others? Yeah, it's that one up there. This is going to yeet itself, isn't it? Oh no, only one. I'll live with one. This is funny. Some give you 1, some give you 3. Trying to be flash then. So I'm hoping that I'll be in the top 75%, but of course because it's a popular one, I never really understand this, but you'll do your contributions to the community goal and you'll be like, oh, I'm in the top 50, whatever. So yesterday I was in the top 50%, that's great, la la la, but of course as more people contribute, you drop out of that top 50% and you drop down a tier. It would be nice if everyone just stopped playing. But it doesn't work like that, does it? It's a bit evil, really. Oh, I was going to try and target that one. Oh, that's dropped 2. Strange. Very strange. Sometimes it's 2. Sometimes it's 3. Sometimes it's none. That's going to fall off, isn't it? Oh. Any others up here? Let's have a quick shifty in a 3-dimensional kind of way. Any reasonably close? No. So again, SRV is the way forward to target them and find them quickly. Seems to be the right way to do it to me. As I say, I don't think other people are doing it like that because other people have been talking about their backpack capacity. Backpack capacity, when you do it this way, doesn't matter because every time you get into the SRV, it puts your materials into your material kind of holder box thing. So it empties your backpack out. So I don't know why everyone was kind of going on about backpack capacity, really. Okay, that's quite amusing, Jalfreezy. The egg joke of the day is it can be quite a scramble. Yeah. I see what you did there. Genius. I like it. I got no comeback. I got nothing left. Oh, see why? Why did that go all the way over here? Oh, there's a couple over there as well, actually. That one whisked itself away. I mean, that's not so good, is it? It doesn't really work. Oh look, see, I blasted that, and all three didn't travel any distance at all. There's just no logic to it whatsoever. Like, I'm sure there's some kind of physics at play here. I'm sure of it, but I just can't, for the life of me, figure out what it is. If I hit the bottom of it, it flies up in the air. If I hit the top of it, it flies up in the air. Look, see? It yeeted itself again. And only one. So it's very odd. I don't quite know if there's a technique. Usually with Elite Dangerous, there is a skill or a technique to just about everything. But I actually can't figure this one out at all. To like how to stop them flying willy-nilly everywhere. I thought it was shooting down on them. But I don't think it is now. I shot that one in the middle. I think maybe it's the closest to the middle you are. Seems to not fly as far. But only FDev will know. Of course, you will take, even though it's quite a low G planet, you will take damage if you land hard. Thing about that joke, Jalfreezy, is you beat me with it. That's again not funny. I haven't got a funny retort. 3 brain cell. And that one gave off 3. Look, there's two have gone there. I think one of them's still up there. Dooby dooby doo. So I should, in theory, after I deliver these, it should be a reasonable contribution, and I should stay in the top 75%. But it might not, and you never know. So I can't. What I really want to do is drop back to the Distant Worlds 3, but I can't. I daren't leave because I really do want the Grade 5 Maverick suit. Because I don't have that. I have a Grade 2 Maverick suit, not engineered. I bought that. not for ARX. I bought that at one of the stations. So I would really like a Grade 5 Maverick suit, and there's been some conjecture on the old forums about why we might need a Grade 5 Maverick suit. And of course, the other thing that's due to happen is operations. So Elite Dangerous Operations is due to come out. I think FDev hinted at April. Nice big, broad kind of timescale. And I'm guessing if it is April, it'll be the end of April. I think some other people have said that. I'm not going to be credited with having that level of insight. I'm too stupid. But that's what someone said on a YouTube video. I think it might have been the Burrs. Possibly the Burrs. The Burr Pit. The fantastic Burr Pit. Love those guys. Their channel's amazing. They've just done a really good video. I'll try and, after this stream finishes, I'll try and post the link in the comments. They've just done a really good video about how they capture footage in game. And they've got 2 people. So they do some real cool camera work. Mrs. Burr, sorry I'm bad with names. She does a lot of camera work for Mr. Burr. Not Krista Burr, Mr. Burr. And their video showing you how to do it was really cool. Really cool. And I'm still torn about. I like using a controller for Elite. Now, Mrs. Burr was using she uses, what does she use? She's using HOTAS to steer her camera. And the advantage with HOTAS is if you've got HOSAS I should say, so 2 sticks, is potentially you've got analog controls that you can use. And analog controls make all the difference with a camera. So if I can never remember the buttons when I'm in the SRV to get into the camera. It's that. So if I fly the camera on my sticks, I can be really smooth. So on the sticks, it's fine, but on the buttons, it's on off. You can't do anything with the buttons. It's up, down, on, off. it's not analog. Even though the triggers are analog, you get a bit of control maybe on the triggers. But it's quite hard. Whereas actually on a Hosass, which is not what Mrs. Burr is using. Mrs. Burr is using a throttle. I think she said it was an X52 throttle and a stick. I'm guessing that on most of the throttles, the little thumb control-y point of view hat isn't analog. Like, I imagine it's a switch. So I don't, like, maybe that doesn't give you the control. I'm not quite sure. Whereas I know that if I went for two sticks, if I went for Hosass, hands-on stick and stick, I know that I would have the 6 degrees of analog rotation, which for the camera would be better. So I don't know, I'm still torn. I'd love to try hands-on stick and stick, but it's a lot of money to invest to try it, if that kind of makes sense. I need someone to come around my house with a couple of sticks. I've got one stick. I've got a cheap knockoff stick, which is actually quite good. It's an FR-Tech Raptor. I think it's a bit of not a copy. I wouldn't like to say copy. I don't want to get into trouble. It's a homage to a VKB NXT Evo or whatever they're called, I think. I'm going to not make it to this lily. Oh no, I knew it. Oh, no damage taken though. It's all good. Why can't I make it to that particular lily? I'll stop there for a minute. Lily? They're not lilies, are they? They're alien spawn plants. There's nothing lily about them. They feel like lily pads though, you know, like on a pond. Oh, there's a load there, look. See, what'll happen now is I'll blast that one, it'll yeet itself away, and I'll forget where these other ones are. Because I'm dumb. Let's try it.
Shield activated.
Yeah, yeets itself off. Can I catch it? No. Flies down to the floor. Never mind. Might leave that one. Let's try this one. See, that's what happened to me before. Look, see, I blasted it, and then it's got a weird Newtonian physics thing that sometimes it yeets you miles away for no apparent reason. Doesn't do it all the time, only does it some of the time. Now, that wasn't too bad, because I went up. That was okay. But when I was in the hot planet, it didn't go up. It went sideways, and I ended up about a mile away from the thing that I blasted, and then died in the sunlight. So that was nice. Thanks for that, FDev. It was funny. So I think my technique of standing with my back to another pod to prevent myself getting yeeted is the way forward. It must be a range thing. Or maybe it's because that one I shot the middle bit. If I shoot that bit. Maybe if you shoot the middle bit, you get yeeted, and if you don't shoot the middle bit, you don't. Let's try this theory. If I shoot, or maybe it's just nothing to do with that, and I'm just making stuff up. So let's try. If I shoot the shiny bit, the litty up bit, what happens then? No, didn't get yeeted. Strange. They've gone everywhere, haven't they? Pesky, wriggly little seed pods that are definitely not eggs. There was some quite cool stuff in one of the Discord chats, or I think it might have been the Frontier Elite chat, where someone was saying, yeah, definitely not going to have an alien face hugger come out of any of these. It did make me laugh. I thought, yeah, that's probably about right. Right. Oh no, that's not my SRV. That's my ship. Where's the SRV? So I've done this a number of times as well. Got carried away jumping around. Lost the SRV. Oh, it's over there. Make my way. It's so easy to get kind of caught up with it and kind of lost with where stuff is. Which at night doesn't seem to be a problem. The heat is not an issue and I'm not dying. But in the daytime, it was a massive issue. And I kept dying. I know there was one up here somewhere. Oh, it's there. I'm always... I never know whether there's enough game audio. I've turned the game audio down a little bit, and I never know whether there's enough game audio to hear it on the YouTube. Because I can't... There's no way for me to monitor how loud the game audio is versus the YouTube before I play, before I stream. So I'm never quite sure. If it's too quiet, if you can't hear like the sound effects and stuff, just put a comment in and I'll turn it up. See, they didn't go particularly far. It's really random. One of them's legged it off the side, isn't it? Don't know where it went. You just lose them. They're really, really hard to see once they fly past my ship. Where's the SRV then? I want my SRV back because... Join us tonight to watch a pilot wander about aimlessly trying to find his car. It's a bit like, you know when you when you park in an airport, no, not an airport, but like a convention centre car park, and there's like a car park, there's like 1,000 cars in it, and you forget where you parked. I'm at that stage of my life where that's a fairly regular occurrence. I did it today. I went to the supermarket and forgot where I parked. My son had to find my car for me. Not good, is it? It's not good. It's not good. Right, there we go. We can target. There's not many left now. Can't wait to cash these in. There's going to be a dopamine hit. I like a dopamine hit. That's going to be good. So the elite dangerous thing, hyper focus, dopamine hit. I swear down this was written by somebody with ADHD and autism. Is David Brabham and Ian Bell, are they a little bit on the spectrum? Just strikes me as a perfect balance for somebody who's neurodiverse. It just appeals to someone who's neurodiverse in so many ways.
Shield activated.
See, I thought I'd catch that then, I didn't. There you go. I think there was another one nearby. See, there you go. That's an example of when the SRV's good. I can see one over there. Doobie doobie doo. Doing the doobie doobie doo song. I've tried not to say there we go tonight, but now I've thought about it, I'm going to say it loads, aren't I? There we go. See, that one just yeeted itself. Just, where did it go? There. Bonkers. Bonkers game. No, that's my ship. Where's the SRV? Over there. I have found though, wandering back to the SRV, sometimes I've found them lying on the floor where they've like flown off and I've not seen them, and then just walking back you can see them again. So the SRV method seems to be quite good, I think. And as I say, it doesn't matter about the size of your backpack, because every time you go into the SRV it docks your materials, so you don't have to worry about the fact you've got 20 or your backpack's filling up. Just doesn't matter. Stumbled across that purely by accident, of course. I had no idea what I was doing. See, that one should be able to shoot that with the SRV gently. Where is it? Shame you can't scoop them, really. See, now those ones have totally... Oh no, they're right behind me. I was going to say I'd lost them, but again, that radar on the SRV comes into its own because I know that they're behind me. They showed up on the radar. How good is that? Pretty awesome, right? So I don't know how other people are doing it. I'd love to know. I'd love to know how other people are doing this community goal. It's just the way I've found to do it. But I really like this planet. This is my favourite for doing it because it's in the dark. It means, because it's in the dark, it means that you can't really lose your SRV and your ship if you leave the lights on, which is something I was doing. It's really easy to get mixed up and kind of lost. So in the dark, it's definitely easier, and you're not getting deaded by the heat, so that's another bonus. So yeah, the dark is the way forward. Now, I don't think the sun's come up on this particular area at all, because I've been logged into this pretty much all day, and the sun didn't come up at all. So there we go, cleared the lot. Now you can relog. If you don't know what relog is, you just log out back into the main menu, log back in, and it will respawn, and you can go again. Now I've done this about 3 times, I think. So I'm going to head back now. This might be... I don't think I'll be streaming for very long tonight. Oh, did I just get out of the SRV? That wasn't the plan. I don't even know what time it is. That's an hour, isn't it? Usually an hour to 2 hours is my plan. Oh, I've done it again. Don't talk and do stuff at the same time. Can't do 2 things at once. There we go. Yeah, so normally kind of plan to stream for about an hour, unless I've got a guest, then it's kind of a couple of hours. I'll keep going a bit longer. I want to see where I am in the scheme of things on the thing. So that's to HIP 876212BA. I'm going to make a note of that, because if I have to come back again, that is the one I'm going to come back to. 2BA. Seems good. So then when you've got your stuff, you then need to go to Exogene Sciences. Let's have a quick look at the little map thing. So where am I? So that's where I am now, and that's Exogene Sciences there. It's a little asteroid base, which I really like the asteroid site things. They're cool. I wonder if we can get away with something like how'd you do it? Can we fly across the... No. Why is that not working? Oh, because I'm on. Let's go backwards a minute. I appear to have stuck myself. Try it again, shall we? Just try to do the nice graphics thing now, innit? And try and do the pretty stuff. Anyway, there we go. Still have been flying Flight Assist off mostly. Not doing it for some of this stuff though. I've just been trying to get it done, really. The thing about Flight Assist off and leaving a planet, I've noticed, is it won't line up with the trajectory, the escape velocity trajectory. I can't say that word. This bit. If I go Flight Assist, oh, it's too late. If I go Flight Assist off, it doesn't always jump. Like, it's only ever jumped once, and I can have it like dead square, dead on the centre. Doesn't seem to make any difference. So because of that, I haven't been doing a lot of flight assist off. Oh. Super Cruise overcharge. Woo! It flies, doesn't it? It just flies. Super Cruise overcharge. Is that what it's called? Super Cruise overdrive, overcharge, whatever it is. It's really fast. So what I want to do now is, oh, here's the thing. This is also worth knowing. I think it doesn't seem to matter if you blow up. So if you're collecting the Unica Seeds, let's say you collect 40 seeds and then you blow up and you die, doesn't matter. You don't lose them. So that's quite nice. I think it's because they're materials, so they're classed as materials, and of course you don't lose your materials when you blow up. So that's a bit of a bonus. So when I was blowing up, oh my god, is it on which side of the ring is that? So I've had this happen before. I couldn't work out which side of the ring the thing was on. That's too far to do this. We're going to have to wait for the FSD cooldown. Charlotte, headlights off. There we go. Yeah, so that's a pain. That was a mistake, wasn't it? I use an SRV and medkit for the Unica gathering. Are you gathering the Unica, Jalfreezy? I can't work out how to use a med kit. I don't know how to do it, so I haven't. This is annoying. I hate it when I do stuff like this. This is just my ineptitude, isn't it? This jumping out of the wrong place and all that. Why? Right, no good. We're gonna have to come out and go back in. Dash nammit. Dash nammit. Too close to the ring thing, I think. Ah, okay. You got two accounts. I've bought an alt account. It was on sale, wasn't it? So Elite Dangerous. I think it's currently on sale with Frontier, by the way. So if people are interested in getting into Elite and don't have a copy or want a second copy, I believe it's on sale with Frontier. There was, of course, the rather interesting videos that came out on the 1st of April. I did kind of fall for one of them a bit. The one that Yamix did said that Elite Dangerous was going to go free to play. And then he posted a load of stuff on the video about microtransactions and how it was going to skip the grind for everything and you had to pay for everything with ARCs. And it did make me laugh quite a lot when I finally realised, because I'm stupid, that it was April the 1st. The other one was the Elite and I don't know whether this is I'm pretty sure it is a thing, was Elite Dangerous being sold to Robinson Industries, Star Citizen. I really hope that was an April 1st, because I don't want that to happen. I want Frontier to keep it. I'm sorry. And I know Frontier, you might be kind of organising it to sell it, or the IP, but I really wish you don't. Please don't. It's too good. It's too good. There's nothing like it. Don't spoil it. Don't let Bethesda get involved, or I haven't asked for docking. That would be bad. that would end in tragedy. I might just do the auto dock thing. Oh. Why is it going backwards? What on earth is it doing now? The auto dock thing isn't always good. I've heard that sometimes people's auto dock has resulted in it exploding in the letterbox. I really hope it does not explode in the letterbox. That would be bad. Yeah, so I bought another account because it was on sale on Steam. So it was $8.99 on Steam, UK sterling GBP, Great British pounds. FDev have got it on sale on the website. I don't know how much it is. I should look, shouldn't I? We can do that live, can we? I might do that live in a minute. See if we can do that live. So I bought another account on Steam. This account is bought on Steam as well. but I struggled to make it work. I couldn't actually get my new account logged in at all, although I tried. And I did have a separate Steam account to do it, and a separate New Frontier login. So I did everything that it kind of said to do on the web and all that stuff. Oh no, this isn't where you hand them in. Sorry, I've gone to the wrong thing. You hand them in, by the way, in this contacts panel here, and you go to the Science and Research contact. Nowhere else, just there. You have got about 323 I've got. There you go. That's quite a bit, isn't it? From my 3 login versions, that should put me in the top 75%, shouldn't it? Even if they go to... Well, we'll have a look. We'll have a look on Inara and stuff in a minute. We'll do a bit of web work. It's like wet work, but web work. There we go. Now, what I did find is I couldn't get out of that. There we go. So now, where does that put me? Because I'm not very good at these things, community goals. I get very confused with them. So, tier 7, that puts me in the top 25%. Okay. So, if it goes to tier 8, I will drop down to the top 50, and if it goes to tier 9, I'll drop down to the top 75, which should mean that I would get the thing. Tomorrow, I might do a bit more of that. I might do a little bit more, just to see, just to make sure. I haven't looked what ships are available here at this place. Oh no, that's the wrong button, isn't it? Oh no, you can do it there. I wanted to see what ships are available. Sidewinder, Eagle, Hauler, Adder, Viper, Cobra Mark 3, Crate Phantom. I do fancy a crate. I've got to be honest, I do kind of fancy a crate. It's tempting having a crate. But do you do the Crate Phantom? Or do you do the Crate Mark 2? Top speed 256, boost speed 358, 245, 337. So the Phantom is faster. Same maneuverability. FSD range laden 8.23 and 7. So the Phantom's looking better at the moment, isn't it? Hard points. What you got? So you got 2 large, 2 medium. That's got 3 large and 2 medium. So for combat, maybe the Crate Mark 2. I can never get into that menu. How do I? Oh, there we go. How do I get back out of that menu? See, I really struggle with that. I'm going to use my mouse. That's the way forward. Use a mouse. Right. Core internal. Blah blah blah. You got 5 slots. 5 slots. Okay. Utility mounts. You got 4 and 4, so they're the same. Optional internal. 2 class 1s, 1 class 2, 2 class 3, 2 class 1s, 1 class 2, 3 class 3, 1 class 4, no class 4, and then 2 5s, 2 5s, 2 6. Okay, so if you were building a hull tank, you probably want to go for a Crate Mark 2. If you're going to do something different, mining, multi-role, multi-purpose, maybe the Phantom. I do quite like the look of the Cobra Mark 3. Do quite like the look of the crates. I'm not sure. I didn't used to like the design, but it's kind of grown on me a bit. The Mark 2. I like the engines on that. That's cool. It's all about aesthetics. Nothing else matters. So there you go. I don't know why I was doing that. I was just having a little mooch. I handed them in, didn't I? Need to repair the ship. Always repair the ship. Not a lot of repairs. There we go. That's good. And then I was going to look at... I just want to look at engineering a minute. I think I need to do some engineering need type thing. This is boosted all the way up, that. But I could do with putting the experimental effect on it. Oh no, it's got it. So that's as good as it's going to get. What I did want to do is I wanted to swap out the shield generator is a class 4, and I want to swap it out for a class 3. But this station doesn't have any class 3 ones, so I need to go and find one of those. When the community goal's finished, I'm going to do a little bit of engineering before I hop back to the bubble. I went to Sag A in a crate, Phantom. Cool. You can get a reasonable jump range out of them, I think, once you engineer them and stuff, I think, can't you? Jar Freezy? I don't know how good it is. There's a black hole in the middle of Sag A, isn't there? Weirdly, I haven't been there yet. I missed it. I didn't go to Sag A. Sag A, if you're not familiar, because there might be people who aren't, I don't know. Or there might be people watching in the future curious about the game and want to know more. Sagittarius A is the middle bit there. And I think, there must actually be a system. Is there a system called Sag A? It's when you realise how vast this game is that you can visit all of these stars. Oh my god, look at the star density. Oh my god. You can visit all of these stars. This is why, even with Distant Worlds 3, Distant Worlds 2, and all the individual people exploring the galaxy, this is why only 0.07%, I believe, has been explored. Look at it. It's insane, isn't it? I'm zooming out, by the way. The reason the screen's going funny is because I'm zooming out. It's just mind-blowing, isn't it? So if I type Sag A in there, is there actually a system called Sag A? No. If I type Sagittarius, no. So it is just that area, I guess. So in that case, I have been there because I went through it. There is a station nearby. Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. Pioneer's Rest, something like that. I know what we'll do. Well, I said I'd do this. Let me just set up a quick new scene in ABS. We'll call it Google, and the screen will go black. Apologies for that. I do apologise. Just bear with me. I'll come back to there. Oh no, I can't do that. The screen will go black. I'll stick my face back on it so you know I'm still here. Hold on. How do I do that? There we go. That's too big. I'll make my face a bit smaller. Nobody wants to see my face that big. I don't even want to see my face that big. And then what I'll do is I'll add a Google browser thing. Hopefully. I'm not very good at doing it. Browser. You see, it's added a browser, but that's not... I can't use that. Like, how do I use that browser? I think. No, because it does that by link, doesn't it? That's not how I do that. Hold on. Let me get rid of that. Get rid of that. So, once again, you are joining us a level of incompetence which is just quite unreal, isn't it? So I can go browser. Media scene. Window capture. But if I do window... No, it's not going to work, is it? How do you... Okay, I'll do it I'll do it a really boring... I'll do it a really boring way. I'll go back here, like this. And I'll bring up a browser. I can't even remember what I was going to look at now. Lost the plot. Right, should be able to see a browser. There we go. So what I was going to do was go to Inara. And I was going to look at the Distant Worlds... not a Distant World, sorry, the community goal, because that'll tell us some information. Jalfreezy's put Explorer's Anchorage. Yeah, that rings a bell. I'll have a look in a minute. There we go. So on Inara, it will tell me that I'm in the top 25% because I'm logged in. And that I had to contribute 301 to 1,909. That's quite a big jump to get in the top 10 commanders. I'm not bothering to do that, sorry. It tells you the contribution, so 1,072,645,000, is that right? Have I done that? No, 1,072,645. So the contribution is 42.91%. There's a week and 4 days left, so I think this might even go all the way to tier 9, you know. So if it goes to tier 8, I'm going to drop to there. If it goes to tier 9, I'm going to drop to there, so I should still be in the top. Is that how you work it out? I don't really know. At the moment, it'll tell you all that stuff. So red is contributions per hour. So progress is what you want to look at. Contributors. That's the word I'm looking for. There you go. So it does tell you some information on Inara about it. I suppose if we type in that, get rid of that because that'll mess it up, won't it? And station services. Will that show up? Any stations there? Oh, of course, all the bloody fleet carriers. We can filter them out, can't we? Can't we ignore fleet carriers? There we go. Rainbow's End, that's miles away. Goliath's Rest. Explorer's Anchorage. There it is. Explorer's Anchorage. So, if I then shut that and we look back on here and we go, so it won't come up with the station name. You've got to put in the system name. Right, Explorer's Anchorage. Copy that. Stueme FG-Y D7561. I might pop in on my way back. There we go. Yeah, it's right at the centre, isn't it? There you go. Right at the very centre. Can we zoom in a bit more? Yeah, there you go. Right there. Right, there's the black hole. There's the black hole. That's it. There we go. Supermassive black hole at the centre of our galaxy. I really do fancy visiting that at some point on the way back. Got to be honest. And I'm going to have to... It's kind of a bit out of the way, that's all. So from there, I'm going to have to jump. I suppose I could go to centre and then out. I might wait till they announce Waypoint 9 on Monday, because I'm hoping that Waypoint 9 could be coming down here, maybe. It's probably going to go out that way, isn't it? It's going to be even further away. That's what's going to happen with Waypoint 9. Definitely. Yeah, so Explorer's Anchorage, you were bob on, Jalfreezy. I'm very impressed with that. Yeah. So there we go. I want to know what the Orion is. I don't know what the Orion is. So if I look there, is it a ship of some description? See, it doesn't appear on there. I might go have a quick look at the Orion before we quit out. Let's do that. Do I need a gun? Should I have a gun? Nah, I don't need a gun, do I? Pacifist me. Let's go have a look. Go have a look at the Orion. So I was a bit curious what Orion was. I saw it. It doesn't. It's a point of interest, but it doesn't really tell you much about it. So I'll go have a look at that before we finish the stream.
Engines online.
I would love to do this.
Stand by for launch.
I would love to do this flight assist off, but look, it does that weird thing where you don't match the gravity very well. I'm not very good at matching the gravity in the... I'm alright on fleet carriers. I can land on a fleet carrier, FA off, all day long, without any issue whatsoever. But the starports are proving really challenging. I'm just not very good. That's in essence what's going on there, I think. So I'm going to struggle now because I'm all over the place. Apparently it's easier FA off to fly faster through the letterbox. But at the moment I think I'm going to hit it. I am. Haven't done this for a while. Let's go faster. Ooh, hitting everything. So the Orion, I don't know what the Orion is. And it doesn't, nothing tells me, but it says it's a point of interest, so it would be interesting to go see what that is. There's a couple of them. There's Orion, there's something else. So we're doing some FA off flight through the asteroid field, which is never a good idea. That's a bad idea because I won't be able to super cruise jump. Good fun though. I do like FA off. So let's do a bit of Super Cruise. Because I is mass locked. Dooby dooby doo. Don't sing on the live stream, you idiot man. Stop singing. Yeah, it's a shame my guest didn't make it tonight. I was kind of looking forward to having another guest on. If anyone's watching who'd like to be a guest, just drop me a message on Discord or PM. Not PM, what am I saying? You can put a chat thing in comments. I would love to hear from people who are particularly new to the game. I'd especially love to hear from anyone who was new to the game at the start of Distant Worlds 3. That would be really cool. I need to post that in the Discord again, because that would be a lot of fun to kind of hear from someone who's started playing the game as a result of Distant Worlds. I'd love to know how they're getting on, because it's challenging. It's a challenging game. It's got a learning cliff. It's not even a learning curve, is it? It's a learning cliff. Ooh, I tell you what I haven't done. I haven't scanned the rings. Let's do a bit of that. I can do a bit of that, can't I? If I can remember how to get the... How do I get the thing up? There we go. Let's fire the thing at the thing. Technical terms. These are all technical terms. Firing the thing at the thing. I want to know what's in the rings. That'll tell me, won't it? Can you race? Oh, I didn't know you could race your probe. That's news. See, the aliasing's still quite bad. I can't... There's got to be a graphics setting where the aliasing will be less. I don't know what it is. I was using the FSAA thing. That seemed better. But then the frame rate was terrible when I went to the Radicoida Unica thing. Did that even hit the rings? They haven't lit up. Anyway. I'm getting a bit distracted. Let's go to Orion, whatever Orion is. Oh, I'm going too fast. Now I'm going to fly past it. I could probably just go at it and it'll probably be right. Is it the rings? No. What is the Orion? So it did say about the point of interest that it could be a threat. So I'm a bit nervous. Ah, it's a ship. We like a ship. And we're on flight assist off, so that's great. What kind of ship we got? What are you, the Orion? I've not seen one of them before. Is it a science vessel or something like that? How do I scan it without getting killed? Is it that one? Discovery scanner? Maybe? No. It is a science vessel, there we go. Now, I don't really want to get into trouble with the local authorities, so I'm not going to do anything dodgy, but what I might do is a bit of FA off around this. Kind of fun. See if I can do the tethering challenge. Probably not. That's spinning quite fast. Can I tether to that? Imagine I'm tethered. Too far away, really. Always too far away when I do this. Ooh, can hit something. Oh, I didn't realise that was there. Needs to be a lot closer. It's making me feel a bit sick. Oh, I can never get the hang of this tethering malarkey. Oh, yeah, yeah. I'll just have a fly around it, I think. It's cool though. Very cool. Literally the only thing I could have hit, and I hit it. In canoeing we call that a magnetic rock. Hopeless. Could do with night vision on there, can't see anything. Hitting quite a lot of things. I might get in trouble, mightn't I? With the authorities. Ah. People make it look so easy. FA off. And it really
Shields
isn't. Oh, my
offline.
shields are gone. I need to be very careful now. And it really isn't. It isn't easy. It's quite challenging. Fun though. Oh, guns. They're guns. Cool. Why has a science vessel got guns? With those pesky pirates? So I've gone quiet now because I'm concentrating. Charlotte, night vision.
Okay.
Better. That helps quite a bit.
Shields online.
Oh. Apparently though, it's important to be able to recover. So when you do bang into something, the skill is to be able to recover and be able to correct yourself. FA off. Still learning a lot. Like nowhere near proficient. Good fun. Ooh. Oh, that was a big one.
Shields
Yeah.
offline.
Yeah, they will be offline. Sorry. Probably get out of there before I get in trouble. Like at some point they're going to get annoyed with their spaceship getting banged into, aren't they? Cygnus, I suppose, will be the same, I guess. I'll also be a thingy. Nothing else really exciting around here, I don't think. I wonder if there's a nearby... Maybe let's have a look at that. Let's see if there's a nearby... what am I after? I am after a size 3. Size 3, that's what I want. Where am I? Hip. Where am I? Hip. Oh, see, I can't remember where I am now. Where does it tell me where I was? I thought it told me where I was.
Shields online.
Where am I? Hip something. Hip 87621. Right. Hip 87621. Hip 87621. So. Hip 87621. Right, okay. Outfitting. Don't want Artemis Suit Grade 3. I want 3D shields. Generator. That's what I want. I want one of them. Show just discounted hierarchy. Don't care about that. Ignore fleet carriers. Don't really want to go to surface. That's pain. Let's see what comes up. How far? What? 200 and... Oh, that's the... Ugh, they're all... What about that one? 14... Oh, it's not far away. 14 point. Minus 20% cargo racks and hull reinforcements. So, Jun Vista. I could go there, couldn't I? Nip over there, see if... what I'm trying to do is lighten my Mandalay. And I didn't realise, because I'm not very bright about building ships, that actually one of the ways you can do that is by putting a smaller shield bank in. Or not running a shield bank at all, but as you just noticed, I crashed quite a lot. So, not running a shield bank, shield generators would be a bad idea. Really bad idea. So I do need the shield generators. Mine is SMAA, Fran. Yeah, listen. I think mine is too. I've tried all three though, and the FSAA or one of those actually look better. But I've just discounted. I'll check it in a minute, Jalfreezy. I've had it on SMAA like most of the time, but I'm still getting aliasing. It annoys me, but I think it's just the game. I think it's just the game. I think it's as good as it's going to get. You don't always notice it, but then sometimes you notice it in the lifts when you're walking. That's the place I notice it the most. And you notice it on the roof of the hangar when you're in a starport. I don't know, other people's seems to be less aliased. Is that the word? Is there a nav beacon here? There should be a nav beacon here, shouldn't there? Nav beacon. There it is. Do I need to explore? I must have been here before. Oh no, there we go. Unexplored. Let's just point at that bit. And just have a look at that bit. Of course it would be on the other side of the planet, wouldn't it? Nav beacon. Do that instead. Yeah, not sure about graphics settings. It's weird. And then the other problem is that one of the annoyances I have, I don't have that many annoyances, but one of the annoyances I have is you can't have separate profiles for VR and not in VR. If you could, that would be really helpful, FDev. So I don't play Distant Worlds Exploring on my VR because I'm in my, it's uncomfortable for that amount of time for exploring. But for combat stuff, it's amazing. So I want to be able to just assign two different graphics profiles, one for flat screen, one for VR. Can you do that? Can you heck? Now there was a bit of software that let you do that. I can't remember the name of it now. And it let you change all the colours of your HUD as well. But it doesn't work on Windows 11. So there you go. I said I wasn't going to say there you go, and then I've just said there you go. There you go. Someone else dropped in. Hello, hello, whoever you are. Please say hi in group chat, and then it's always nice to know. Right, what am I doing? Nav beacon. Where's the nav beacon? There's the nav beacon. Is that the nav beacon? Yeah. Get the system info. That's always good. Charlotte, night vision off.
Affirmative.
That's better. And then I was going to have a look at the thing. What have we got here? Graphics. Am I doing SMAAAAA? Yeah, I am. Yeah. And I've tried super sampling. I actually had it on 2 at one point, but I don't think that's doing anything because it's already on 2K. If that makes sense. Put it on 1.5. Oh, there you go. Upscaling. I'm on that. I was trying that out. But normally I've always had it on normal. But I thought that looked better. Let's see. It looks okay. I mean, how do I... It's pretty smooth. Don't know, the lights are a bit weird, look. They're doing that weird kind of flickery thing. But only those lights, not all the lights. Yeah, no, they are. No, that's probably shadows. No, I haven't got the shadows turned up to ultra. I had to turn them down. That was causing a bit of a problem. But again, that was in a different super sampling, upscaling engine. So maybe I try turning that back up, just out of interest. Where are they? Spot shadow quality, I had on medium. Let's go ultra. Bloom I'll leave on. Maybe it's the bloom that's messing it up. I don't know what ambient occlusion is really. Environmental quality, FX quality. Particle effects, let's put that on high, but it'll struggle because my graphics card's AMD, so it doesn't do the volumetric lighting thing very well, I don't think. Most things are on ultra, but then sometimes it just struggles a bit. Of course, I am on the FleetCom server, the private group. That won't necessarily help. No, those lights are still weird. Can you see that? Those lights are really weird. Everything else looks very nice. Everything else looks quite pretty. Shadows are a little bit odd, aren't they? They're playing up a little bit. I swore I wasn't going to paint the ship until I finished Distant Worlds 3. So if you're wondering why my ship looks so ropey and rough, that's why. I'm seeing how much paint I can lose. I mean, that doesn't look bad. There's no alias in the cockpit at all. I can't see any aliasing in the cockpit. Everything's smooth as butter. Really pretty. Strange. Where was I going? What was I doing? There. Going there. Yun Vista or Jun Vista? How would you pronounce Jun Vista or Yun Vista? Yeah. Anyway, sorry, that was a slight diversion as we talked about graphics card settings. I couldn't bring myself to buy an Nvidia graphics card, partly because of price, but also because of ethics. But then AMD are doing dodgy stuff too. They're all as bad as each other, aren't they? At the moment with the AI rubbish. Don't know what's going on with that. Apparently, RAM prices have dropped again by 30% in China the other day. So I don't know whether the bubble's about to burst on DRAM. I doubt it, probably. It's going to use a ton of fuel getting out here. Why did I pick somewhere that was so far away? This is not good YouTube, is it? I've got to keep it on fuel now. It's going to get worrying, this. It's drinking fuel. That's a really long way away. Why is that so far away? What? No. Yeah, so I built this computer before Christmas. RAM was kind of okay. It was double what it was costing in, say, June last year. Then it shot up to insanity price. People started calling it Ramageddon and the Rampocalypse. What was the other one? Can't remember. There was another one, like Outbreak or something. But I can't remember. So yeah, RAM price has been through the roof, absolutely through the roof. And then I think yesterday or the day before they dropped 30% in China. I don't know why just in China. I presume they're dropping 30% other places too. But so the reason I couldn't buy an Nvidia card was partly because of the price. Nvidia cards were just insanely priced. The ethics of Nvidia I'm not sure about. I'm not convinced that ethically it's a company I want to support. Which is a shame because I have had Nvidia cards years back and they were always really good. They were especially good for graphics editing and things like that. Video editing. They were always very, very good. So this time I went with AMD, and I really like the graphics card. I really, really like it. But one of the things apparently that the AMD card isn't quite as good at is the volumetric effects, smoke and stuff like that, I believe. And I have no doubt that that's true. What do they call it? Lighting, volumetric lighting, is it? Something like that. Use gravity of the planet. Come on, slow me down, damn it. So I have a, because it was a new build, this PC. First PC I built for a very long time, but it was a new build. I built it before Christmas, and it is an AMD 9060 16GB card. So for Elite, really, it should be able to run it on the fullest, bestest settings all the time. The place it struggles is, oh, for God's sakes, talking and doing this at the same time. The only place it seems to struggle is on foot. It doesn't struggle, it's just the frame rate drops. But I don't know whether that's particular to this graphics card, or whether that's more of an issue with Odyssey. Like everyone says the frame rate drops on Odyssey. And it runs the VR absolutely beautifully. I can't run the VR on the most mega settings, but it runs it well. Right, let's have a go at this ridiculous stuff. Let's turn that off. This could go disastrously wrong. Let's do the admin first, and then let's do flight assist off and see what happens. I think I know what's going to happen. I'm speeding. Oh, it says hostile. Why am I hostile? Oh, because I'm signed up with Felicia. No, what's her name? Felicia. No, what's her name? That power play lady. Federation. Felicia Winters. Rings a bell. So I might have to turn flight assist back on if I can't get in here in the time limit. I have done it a few times though. The problem is you're trying to match the rotation and manoeuvre. And it's actually quite challenging. And not crash into ships and not speed. And of course when you flight assist off you can speed by going in any direction. Not necessarily like forwards. It's just insane, isn't it? It's just insane. So now I'm trying to. I'm being scanned. Is that a good thing? I'm innocent, aren't I? Yeah, I'm alright.
3,000 meters from touchdown.
So you're doing so well, and it just feels like you're just gonna. I've not been concentrating on which pad it is, so I can get in and out. Right, it's a little bit of a challenge, got to be honest. But then landing, I'm terrible at. So it all goes okay until the moment we're just about to touch down, and then it throws me the direction that the station's rotating. If that kind of makes sense, like really badly. Just check my landing gear is actually down, because that would be embarrassing. So it's all going quite well, right? I can come in and it all looks fine. I've got a nice approach, everything's happy. It's not quite how people say to do it. I have to do it my own way. I've tried doing it their way, I can't do it their way. So everything's good, right? I come in, I'll slow down. I'll get me a little lamp post. I mean, that's pretty standard. Flight assist on, flight assist off. So I'm lined up, right? I go forward slowly. Everything's good. Everything's good. Everything's good. Everything's good. And as soon as I hit the deck, if you're not... I did it! Didn't expect to do it. Quite a few repairs paid for there. So let's see. Will it change the range? So my current range is... Where do I see that? Ship. No, yeah. Statistics. 61.26 light years. Okay, so is there a smaller shield, although on the evidence of what you've just been watching, I could probably do with a larger shield generator. Is there a smaller shield generator that will extend my jump range because it's smaller than a 4D. So if I get a 3D, am I even allowed to put a 3D in? 3D would extend my jump range by hardly anything. It's not really worth it, is it? It goes from... I can't see what my current is. How do you... So it doesn't really... It doesn't extend my range at all, really. Poo. I thought putting a smaller shield generator in would extend the range more than that. I thought I'd get another couple of light years out of it. It was just nothing. Ooh, I've got an elite discount of plus 2.5% reduction from elite discount. Nice. One of these surface scanners is the prize from the previous community goal, that one. Extra 40% probe radius, but it will, to get it, it will take how long? 133 hours and 59 minutes, because it's currently on Rainbow's End. It's going to take a while, isn't it, to bring that back to the bubble. Dash nammit. Well, that's annoying. I thought if I put shield banks on, do they is that gonna... Because I've got nothing on there. Oh no, I have. If I put a shield bank on there, does that slow me down a bit with the old... Yeah, it does. That knocks range off. Shield booster I meant, not bank. That was the wrong word. So I thought I'd be able to get more out of my ship, distance wise. I probably don't need that point defense turret, to be honest. I haven't needed that once. I thought I might need it. I thought there might be some Guardian stuff on Distant Worlds. Oh dear, mine is at an RTX 5060 Ti. Yeah, it's a good card, that. Yeah. It's all right, the AMD card. It's just the volumetric thing, I think, is fairly standard. So I've got nothing on there. What else can I strip out of here to get some more range? I don't need that. But then if I take it off and then I do need it, then I'll feel like a muppet. I know I could go down a size on... I don't really want to go down. 4D, could I get away with a smaller life support? Would that help? Can I go for a 3D? None there. Power distributor? Don't really want to change that, do I? Oh, that would give me more jump range though, but then it'll be short on power, won't it? That gives me quite a significant more jump range. Have I engineered that? No. Okay, so I could drop down on the power distributor. What's the effect of that going to be, I think? Like, what's going to happen if I do that? What is it at the moment? It's a what? A 5A. So if I went to a 4 something, 4A jumps it up by 1 light year. If I went to a 3, would there be enough power? I mean, it doesn't seem to want to struggle with power. If I went to a 3A, that gives me a bit more light years. Gets me up to the 70s if it's unladen. What if I go to 2A? There'd be a problem surely if I went to like a 2. It doesn't seem to tell me whether that's going to draw enough power or not. Like, what's going to happen with power. Drops the mass significantly. Total distributor draw doesn't tell me anything about the power. Why doesn't it tell me whether it's going to be rubbish on power or not? Presumably, if I put that in, it won't service everything. See, that gives me... Oh, that's a 1C. That would be silly. $2D is a significant raise on jump. I mean, I'm not running guns or anything, so... One A is really good. My partner's going to shout at me now. 3A is okay. Let's go 3A. See what happens. Wow. Oh, it's got me up to 70 light years unladen. Can I drop anything else weight-wise and see if I can get away with anything? So I think I need to engineer that. Like, I think I need to put the experimental effects on that. I don't know. Don't know what I need to engineer next, really. I need to have a think. Cool. There you go. Do you have Guardian FSD booster? Yes, I do. I do. Already got that. I kind of wanted to get around the 80 unladen kind of range. And I'm not quite there, and I don't. Everyone else seems to get that. I don't know whether I can. I definitely need to go to the engineers and check out the experimental effects. I haven't got the experimental effects applied to the whatchamacallit, Ujima flips. The FSD, I don't think. Have I? In fact, I'll check that. Got me questioning myself now. So the FSD is engineered. It has optimized, what modifications? It increased FSD range and optimized mass. So it's already done that. So I can't do anything with the FSD. It's already as good as it's going to get. It's stripped down. So it's got the experimental effect. I suppose that's the other area I could do something. So that hasn't got an experimental effect. Lightweight alloy armour. That's at grade 3. Who'd you go to for armour? Do I need armour? I probably don't need armour, to be honest. That's probably part of the problem. Like, I probably could put that in storage and it wouldn't make a blind bit of difference to what I'm doing. It's pre-engineered that. No, it's not pre-engineered. I engineered that. So I can't really get rid of that because it was a bought ship for ARCs, which is a dumb, stupid idea. I suppose the other thing I could do is I could lose one of the vehicles out of the vehicle bay. So I could put in a single hangar instead of a tandem hangar. But I don't really want to do that. It's been quite useful having 2 buggies. So yeah, it's probably as good as it's going to get in it, that range. So what was my range? So 63.53. So I've upped it by 2.00 light years laden. Unladen it'll do 71.07, but I need some of those limpets. Do limpets weigh stuff? I'm sure limpets weigh a ton each limpet. So I'm gonna have to keep them. So there we go. I said I wasn't gonna say there we go, and I've said it loads. So I think for me now, my partner's come home from work, she'll start screaming and shouting, and then that'll be like a GDPR breach of confidentiality because she won't remember that I'm streaming. So I might have to call it a night there. I want to say thank you very, very much for dropping in. Really, really, really appreciate it. Jalfreezy, as always, it's a massive pleasure to have you along. Thank you so much. Good luck with the build out of your colony. If you want to let me know in the Discord server where that colony is, I could swing by on my way back after I do a bit of engineering. I have to jump back to the bubble. Don't think I'll be saving that for next Saturday because it was such a trauma jumping here. I'll probably make my way back over the next week, but hopefully to waypoint 10 is the new waypoint. I've been to waypoint 9. So I missed out on the racing. That's the only downside. And I was doing all right with the racing. Like, no, I wasn't. I was doing terribly, but it was good fun. So I've missed out on the racing. So yeah, thank you very, very much once again. I hope wherever you are in the world that you're safe. It's not easy to stay safe these days in certain parts of the world, and that your family's safe and all that kind of good stuff. So peace and love to everyone out there. I look forward to seeing you next week. I might do a couple of little interim videos, who knows. But thank you so much for joining. If you did enjoy the stream, please leave a like. As I say, on the 25th, I've got some very special guests lined up, which I'm really excited about. Can't tell you who they are. Hopefully there will be a few of them. As I say, hopefully Razafrag drops back in for another stream another day. It'd be good to chat to him again. Edie Copilot's been behaving very well, so that's been good. I have had it on tonight, but I've turned her off in terms of the voice, just 'cause it's difficult with the stream. But yeah, 07 Commanders, fly dangerous. And so long, thanks for all the fish, Jalfreezy.